Right, and let's get started. So just a quick overview tonight. Welcome. It's our new kindergarten parent orientation. You must be here because you have a child registered to be in kindergarten in the 2021-2022 school year. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Just some meeting norms and introductions. This is a recorded session. Just please feel free to mute yourself. And if you want, you can have your camera on so we can put a face to the name and see all our beautiful parents and new faces out there. And if you have any questions, just put them in the chat box and we'll have a Q&A session at the end. And we're gonna go and introduce ourselves. My name is Miss McCauley. I'm the assistant principal for K3. And I've been at HSA Belmont. This will be my 5th year, the next school year coming up. And I really love being part of the community. And I have a 1st grader and a 2nd grader myself. So I'm just, we've just moved up from the kindergarten rank. So I'm right here with you guys. Also on the line, we have Miss Cooper. She's one of our kindergarten teachers. And you could say hi, Miss Cooper. She's muted.
I'm always muted.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Cooper, Mrs. Cooper. This is going on my 4th year at HSA Belmont. And I was Miss McCauley's 2 children, kindergarten teachers. So I could say that I'm somewhat trusted, and I look forward to meeting you all and your child. I was actually not prepared to speak, but I'm always ready, so I can stay ready. So I don't have to get ready. So yes. I'm happy that you're here. So that's showing us that you're already, getting prepared for what's to come.
Thank you, Miss Cooper. And now I'm going to put Miss Qureshi on the spot too.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ghazna Qureshi, and this is my first year here at Horizon Science Academy. But I have been a kindergarten teacher for the past 14 years at another private school, and I'm so excited to join Horizon Science Academy. And I look forward to meeting all of you guys soon and your children as well.
And thank you. And last but not least, I have Miss Kolkowski.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I'm Brittany, or Miss Kolkowski. I am the community outreach coordinator at Belmont. You're going to hear a lot from me. I do a lot of the communications and social media and parent events. So I'm definitely excited that you're all here.
All right, thanks. Now to the good stuff. Oops. Not that good. All right, just a quick overview of what we're doing tonight. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Belmont, our systems, the logistics, the classes, the schedule, and to get to expectations from that you might have for us as a school, and what we would have for you as a parent and for our students, and then thinking ahead and wrap up with some questions and answers. And oh, I'm sorry, hold on. I don't know why my presentation is not doing what it needs to do. All right, here we go. So meet your next family, HSA Belmont. We are a K-8 school located in the Belmont Cragen neighborhood. We serve about 550 students, 2 of every grade, kindergarten through 5th grade. And then 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, we have 3 sections. We have, a pretty diverse population of students where 55% are African-American, about 40% are Hispanic. And then we have various intersections of everything. And we have Mr. Cartal, who's our assistant principal, our principal, and myself, your assistant principal, and then Ms. Kolkowski, who we just met. Class sizes at Belmont cap at 30. We don't have more than 30 students in a class. Usually kindergarten is about 28 to 30 students. And Your kindergarten teachers, Ms. Qureshi and Ms. Cooper, will work with a classroom assistant or a teacher assistant. So there's 2 adults in every classroom, and they'll be taking the lead on teaching your child reading, math, science, social studies, and phonics. And so we make sure that we cover everybody, that we serve our diverse learners. So if your child has an IEP or a 504 or any accommodations that you've received from other service providers before they come to Belmont, make sure that we get that information so we can give them the best support that they need. And we also serve English language learners, which you have completed a home language survey, and that helps us determine which students would need support in ELL. And I was going to say something, I just forgot. And that's now next we're going to do parental involvement. These are pictures of our lovely kindergarten end of year celebration we had last week. And so the main source of learning this past year was Google Classroom and Class Dojo. And we are virtual about 3/4 of the school year. And we made this our school policy. And I was pleasantly surprised and excited to see kindergartners logging into their school provided laptops on their own and logging into Google Classroom and going to their calendar and clicking into classes on Zoom. And these students taught me more about technology than I would have ever expected from them. So I will say Google Classroom is something that every classroom uses, and Class Dojo is definitely something we use as a school to communicate. Ms. Kolkowski sends out wonderful messages every day on Class Dojo. So please, when the new school year rolls around and you get your child's classroom assignment, they'll send you information on how to subscribe to the classroom feed. And that will also give you the school feed as well. And you'll learn so much about the school in that way. We also, for our curriculums, we use Eureka Math for math, and Wit and Wisdom for ELA, and STEM Scopes for science. And for all of the supplemental things that we have STEM Scopes, IXL, Study Island, EPIC, and I'm going to speak a little bit more about those at the end of this presentation. And we do ask that you download the Concept SIS app. That's another way that the school keeps in touch with you. Thanks, Ms. Kolkowski. So you can download the app on your phone, and it's a way for us you can get your child's homeroom schedule, and when they have matriculated beyond the primary grades, 3rd and up, you can see their grades, their attendance is there, and that's just another more official way for the school to sort of contact you, because Class Dojo is kind of in the realm of our social media, along with our Facebook and Twitter accounts, which I might have actually. And then, so here we have the slide, we have the schedule. Every class has 90 minutes of ELA every day and 90 minutes of math every day. And there's 2 specials. Students can attend math, technology, PE, music, character education, or art. And so they rotate through those classes, and it's really awesome. Like, kids love like the breakup of the day. So there's 2 specials. Wednesdays, we have an early release. Students dismiss we did not decide yet for the next school year, but it's usually about an hour or so earlier than the rest of the day. And a typical school year, school day is about 8 to 3, and on Wednesdays, students would dismiss around 2, but you'll get more concrete times as we move forward. Okay. And of course, because of COVID, I'm not sure about the clubs and the athletic programs, but in a regular school year, we have those. So here's the ways you can stay connected on top of Class Dojo and SIS. We have a Facebook and a Twitter account. And you'll find lots of pleasant news on those. We need to get on the gram, Ms. Kolkowski. That's like the next.
We actually do have one. We
Yeah.
just don't put it out there all the time. But
Yeah,
yes,
we gotta do more Instagram. Okay. And last but not least, always feel free to reach out to the school if you have any questions or concerns. Email and phone is usually the best way to connect. And every student gets an email address. And again, I was pleasantly surprised when I have first and second graders emailing me. It's the cutest thing. So every student gets an HSA Belmont email address, and they use that to log into all of their various supplemental resources. Okay. And did I miss anything, Ms. Kolkowski, by the way? All right. So what are the expectations we have for you as parents? It definitely takes a village. Like the whole purpose of this meeting, and I love to see that you guys, so many of you are here, because this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership, right? Like you've chosen a school. I know you've put a lot of thought into it. You want to make sure that your child goes to a place where they're safe, accepted, respected, and they thrive, right? And they're learning and they're becoming the best people that you want them to be, that they can be. So on our end, that's our promise to you, that we are going to try our best to support your child. And what we ask from you is that you just stay in communication with us. Like if you ever have a question or a problem, just please make sure you reach out if you're confused about anything. Make sure you check on your child's academic progress, making sure you know what their strengths are and what areas they might need more support. And that you are looking at those accounts that we just went over, the class dojo and things like that. And again, we have parent-teacher conferences and all sorts of other activities that we ask for parent engagement, and we'd love to see you guys there. So the big thing for kindergarten is making sure that your child is what we call school ready. In a typical year, we would ask that new kindergarten students come to the school and they sit down with myself or one of the kindergarten teachers, and we sort of go over some of the basics of foundations of kindergarten. And the reason we do this is so that when they come to school, when they come for the first day, they've been here already. They've been to the building, they've seen the big hallways, they understand sort of the lay of the land, or they see familiar faces, right? They've either met myself or one of the teachers. And that already makes things a little bit easier, that transition. And then some of the things that we ask them to do in this time is identify upper and lowercase letters, write and spell their first and last name, count 1 to 20, maybe count some objects. I usually have like beans or something. I say, can I have 5 beans? And they're able to count those out. They identify and sort shapes and colors, and that they can really just talk and have a conversation. How old are you? And when's your birthday? And things like that. And the reason we do these things, and if your child can't do this yet, don't fret, we have time. And it's really so that if you're working with your child on just like this set of skills, that when they come to school in the very beginning, that they feel comfortable and that they feel confident. When Ms. Cooper says, hey, write your name on your paper, your child smiles, they pick up the pencil and they say, oh, I can do that. And it does not have to be perfect by any means, but they have an understanding of what is expected of them, and they feel confident and comfortable that they can do that. And the more comfortable and confident they feel, the more ready they feel to take on new challenges, right? Like, have you ever challenged yourself to do something that you feel is kind of like, Like once, a long time ago, I ran a marathon, right? And I had to push myself to do that. But when you finally do your first 10-mile run and then your 20-mile run, you're like, oh, I can do this and I kind of want more. You crave that growth and the excitement and learning. So that's why we ask that you work with your child in these areas so that they can feel that challenge and, and the excitement when they master something new, and that they feel comfortable and confident when they move into the classroom, right? There will be so many new things new building, lots of people, a lot of hustle and bustle. But when they sit down at the table and, their teacher says, hey, what letter is this? That light bulb goes on, they're excited. All of that other stuff may have been crazy this morning and made me feel overwhelmed, but this I understand. That letter I understand. So that's the feeling you want to have your child have. And that's why we sort of emphasize sort of reviewing these skills before school begins. Some resources that I'd like to share with you in terms of this is greatschools.org. There's a newsletter that I subscribe to and I have for years. For grade school, you go on the newsletter or it emails you, every week, and it's about the developmental progress of your child. Back when you might have been expecting your little kindergartner, you might have gone through a pregnancy app or something like that where it says, oh, this is the stage of development my child is in right now. Like, they're the size of a cantaloupe or whatever it may be. But somehow along the line, or after around the age of 2, we lose track of that. And the thing of it is as humans, we're still developing. I'm developing, you're developing, your child is most definitely developing. And in the primary grades, it's super important that we acknowledge that and understand that. So the newsletter from greatschools.org, they email you every week. They can email you in English, they can email you in Spanish. But it's very helpful to understand, the phases that your child might be going through. Why is my child tattling? Why is my child crying more than usual? Why does my child tell me no? Or why does my child tell me wild stories? Or what should they know in math? So it really keeps you sort of on track. There's also a Eureka Math link. Ms. Skolkowski, if you see in the notes, would you be able to drop those into the chat? Eureka Math has parent resources for you guys. And that way you can see some of the vocabulary and the methods that are used in the classroom. And then I put in here YouTube and your Chicago Public Library because those are awesome venues to read. Sometimes if there's a book or something that your child is interested in, they're not reading yet, you can find that book on YouTube or and have it read to them. You can subscribe to videos by our friend Jack Hartman and things like that. So you're listening to letter sounds, you're counting by 1s, 5s, 10s, things like that. And then of course, visit your local Chicago Public Library to see, to keep reading and keep your child engaged. I also have on here this picture, this Get Ready for Kindergarten book. I have these available in the main office of the school. And if you like, you can come and pick up a free copy. If you're coming to the building to drop off paperwork or anything, you can ask them for the new kindergarten packet and they'll give you this. And it is a workbook. And I always say, like, you don't have to have a workbook to engage your child, but this is one way that you can do that. And so thinking ahead for the next school year, you will get a school supply list probably towards the end of summer when all the things are on sale. So don't worry just yet about getting everything. And we also have a back to school event, open house, where you can meet your child's teacher, Ms. Qureshi and Ms. Cooper, live and in person, perhaps, I don't know. And you'll get more information from them when you know who your child is assigned to about the curriculum and communication in the classroom. So just a few important dates is that August 20th will be the first day of attendance for all of the new students. So that means kindergarten and anyone new in like 3rd grade, 5th grade, whatever, all new students. But then 23rd is the date of attendance for all students in general, okay? And we do wear uniforms at HSA Belmont. There was a Memorial Day sale. That's what the flyer is from. They might honor it, I'm not sure. The School Bell store is located on Foster. You can purchase there in the store if you want to check sizes or anything, or you can order online and have it shipped to your house. Okay. And the bottoms are just khaki pants. You can see the students here. You can purchase either red or blue shirt. It does not matter. As long as it says Belmont, we do have sister schools. So make sure that you use the code that is assigned to our school so you get the right HSA shirt. And then you could just buy khaki pants at any outlet. All right. And I believe most of you have completed the paperwork for enrollment, but just a friendly reminder that we need a child's birth certificate, a parent ID, proof of residency like a utility bill, the vaccines, dental, and vision. You can email it to the school, you can fax it to the school, or you can come to the school and drop it off.
These just regular vaccines.
All right. And then last but not least, questions.
Hello. Take a picture.
Ms. Davis, are there any questions I can answer for you?
Oh, am I unmuted? I'm sorry.
Yes, you are. That's okay.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Just, I didn't really have questions, but now that
Okay.
I'm thinking about something, like my child has never been in preschool, so
Mhm.
he's always been in daycare. Do they have downtime or nap time?
The students do take a little rest after recess, after lunch and recess.
Oh,
Yeah. But maybe like 10 to 20 minutes, right, Miss Cooper?
That's correct. We do not have an official nap period. No, we do not.
gotcha.
And services for IEPs and 504 from CPS Pre-K, those, if you drop off the paperwork, we can have the case manager review it and make sure that we can accommodate all of the child's needs. Right, so we can plan accordingly.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, so the same with the last parent with
Yeah.
Chase. He's never been to normal school. It's always been daycare
Mhm.
because when he hit 5, that's when COVID hit and everything. So
Yeah.
he never got used to nap time anyways. He would go to school and he was not a napper, but he'll come home and knock out.
Yeah.
I mean, how's that gonna go?
So, kids are resilient, right? The schedule
I know.
takes some adjustment in the beginning, but they quickly sort of, figure out how it works. And I will say, as a former first grade teacher for a long time, don't underestimate our unsung heroes of daycare. All of the that play-based learning, just seeing the alphabet with your child, point out letters in the environment and things like that, and your child will be school ready, like in that sense. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've been doing that because
Yeah.
with COVID and everything, they do it at the daycare. Like
Okay.
they teach him, he writes his name out and everything. He's advanced. A lot of
Yeah.
people tell me. I just get worried with he's used to like a room full of just 6 or 7 kids. I mean, he's gonna get used to 30 kids.
They learn, if you've ever been to you've taken your kid to a birthday party, you see how they all sort of figure out the social dynamic. They come together in groups, they play, and we have our experienced teachers who will help, model and guide them to appropriate behaviors and expectations, and they do it in a very fun way, so it's not like, I'll even tell you personally, my son didn't really sit in the chair when he was working. Sometimes he sits on, he's on the floor, but he's doing his work. So it works, right?
Yeah, it does.
We're just trying to make sure that your child, we get the best from your child in whatever way we can do that, whatever way we can help.
I have one last question.
Sure.
So the math thing, because I paid attention to everything, the math thing, so that's like every school year or just like kindergarten, like the math, the 90 minutes, which I love
Oh, it's
that.
every
rule.
year. Every
I
year.
love that rule right there, math,
Yeah.
because I was good at math in school.
Okay.
So I love it. So
That's
that's
great.
every year they get their
Yes.
130.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I
So
like it.
it's our periods are 45 minutes long, and they'll have 2 periods of ELA and 2 periods of math.
Oh, wow. Well, I love it. That's it for my questions.
All right.
I
Thank
have
you.
a question.
Oh, you know what I did forget to do? I was going to drop the link for the school tour, the 3D tour.
Okay, I can find that. I'll put it in.
Yeah, thank you. If you have not been to our building before, it's a really nice building. And we have a 3D tour that you can sort of navigate through.
I have a question.
Yes.
So you've mentioned classes for children. So my son, he has been in daycare, but so his daycare teacher, he's a little bit more on the advanced side. So he's been reading since like 1.5 years. So his teacher told me to make sure that if maybe he's a little bit ahead, that he's still being challenged.
Yes, I assure you, our students, it's called differentiating, right? We're going to meet each child where they're at, and we're going to make sure that each child
Okay.
at least a year's growth. And some of the ways we monitor the growth is we take a test called NWEA or MAP, and all students take that test. It's adaptive. And what that means is, so if they get a question right, it's going to give them another question that might be a little bit harder. And then if they get that question right, they're going to give them another harder question. So it might start off with pre-K question, kindergarten, first, second. And it just doesn't stop, right? And if they start getting things wrong, then it just sort of moves back down until it finds the right level. Then it gives your child a score. And we take that score and we make sure that it sort of gives us a lot of information. It tells us what your child does know, what they need to know next, right? And how to sort of plan accordingly. And then we make sure that your child makes a year's worth of growth by the end of the year.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So we're on it, trust me. Yes, and even if your child can't read, like by the time they leave, they're going to be more than ready for first grade. So wherever they are, we meet them where they're at, and then we move them forward. That's the name of the game. That's what we do at the school. All right. Oh, I see some kindergartners on the screen. How exciting. Are there any other questions? Thank you, Ms. Kolkowski. She dropped some more information in the chat for you. They will be in person in the new school year. Face masks are required at this point in time. Things are constantly changing. We do what the CDC recommends in the Illinois Department of Public Health. And so I don't know. I can proudly say that 85% of our staff is vaccinated, fully vaccinated at this point. And we have not had any COVID incidences within the building for transmissions within the building. So if someone had COVID, it was from not the school. And we quickly took care of that and made sure we communicated with everybody. And color shirts, red or blue, it does not matter. You can purchase either. And then there's also a gym shirt. The gym shirt is red, blue, or gray. So again, as long as it says HSA Belmont, you can choose. Okay. Are there any questions? If we did not address a concern that you have, again, feel free to email myself or the school. You can
There's
email office.
one more question, sorry, about buses.
Oh, yes.
Will we have a bus service? As of right now, yes, right? Lottery. So we will provide bus services. It'll be a lottery, and around registration time in August, you will be asked to sign up if you're interested in the buses.
Okay. All right, how are you guys feeling? Good, excited, nervous? Oh, someone's excited, all right.
All of the above.
Okay, I love it. Kindergarten, Miss Cooper can tell you, she always says, I try and move her out of kindergarten as a teacher. And she's like, I love kindergarten. And Miss Qureshi has taught it for 14 years, so I can safely assume she loves kindergarten too. And I can't think of two more competent people to take your child to the next level in the next school year. Okay.
And are there only 2 classrooms? for
There's only 2. And like I said, Miss Qureshi and Mrs. Cooper will both be working with a teacher's assistant in the fall. So every classroom gets one. Okay. Thank you so much, parents, for spending some time with us this evening. I'm going to let you guys go, do your dinner, do your bath and bed, and your reading, of course. And I hope to see you all soon. And don't forget to come to the school.
Wait, I have
Your-
one last question.
Don't forget to
Oh my
come
God,
to
'cause I'm in the
school
middle of
and do your
cooking too.
workbook.
Um,
Yeah.
Are we gonna have, because I didn't get the chance when you guys said, because I'm doing laundry, so I didn't get the chance when you guys said when school's gonna start, or if we're gonna do in class or computer, like.
August. Oh, I
You're
just
right, that's
forgot.
fine.
20th? August 20th, and we'll be in person.
Oh, so he'll be in school.
Yes, we'll be in school.
August 20th, what time?
The bell schedule, you'll get more information.
All
We have
right,
not
then that's
confirmed the
perfect.
bell schedule yet.
It's okay. Thank you so much, hon. That's
Thank
all I
you
need.
guys, thank you. And I recorded this, so you'll see it on our website, okay? Bye, everybody, thank you.
Bye.